No calculators on the warm-up. To add two fractions together, you need a common denominator. The lowest number that 2 and 3 will go into is 6. 2 times 3 would give me 6, so I multiply 1 by 3 to get 3. 3 times 2 would give me 6, so I multiply 4 times 2 to get 8. 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 over 6 is the final answer. The answer on this one comes from finding a common denominator of 10 in each case. 2 times 5 is 10, so 7 times 5 is 35. 5 times 2 is 10, so 6 times 2 is 12. 35 plus 12 is 47. 47 over 10 is the final answer. To get the answer, you have to find the lowest number that both 3 and 5 will go into. 3 and 5 will both go into 15. 3 and 5 will both go into 15. So times 5, multiply 1 times 5 to get 5. 5 times 3 is 15, so 1 times 3 is 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 over 15 is the answer. Pick a number from 1 to 5 and drop it off up here. The winning number today is going to be 2 and 3. The homework check is next. It is very simple. If you don't have the work shown necessary to solve the problem, you get no points for it. There are no exceptions. Homework answers. Check them at your desk. Mark them right or wrong. 1 is 60. 2 is 120. 3 is 8. 4 is 11. 5 is 8. 6 is 163.28. 7 is 6,280. 8 rounded to the hundredths place is 50.27. 9 rounded to the hundredths place is going to be 34.56. And 10 rounded to the hundredths place is 43.98. Any questions over the homework assignment? Extra credit answers. Number 1 is 64. 2 is 8. 3 is 6.28 rounded. And 4 is 282.6. Objectives for today. To solve for the radius, height, and volume of a cylinder. Learning targets. You must be able to solve a formula for different variables. Here's example number 1. The formula is V equals pi r squared h. R is the radius, h is the height. Don't forget that it's always squared on the radius when you're talking about the volume of a cylinder. Here's an example. If this is 6 inches and this one is 12 inches, we must find the volume of the cylinder, which is V equals pi r squared h. You must fill in the information that you know. And then simplify it as much as possible before you get your final answer. Do not stop at this point, plug it in the calculator, and then write the answer. You must work out the problem. 6 squared is 36. You can still simplify. 36 times 12. 36 times 12 is 432. Now you can use the pi button in your calculator and then multiply it by 432 to come up with 1357.17 inches cubed. Volume is always cubed. Area is squared. If you turn in an answer that does not have the units, or if it has the units and you don't put cubed, it will be wrong. You must put the units cubed on the answer. Practice number 1. The cylinder has a radius of 3 and a height of 12. Find the volume and drop it off up here. Remember, you're rounding to the hundredth place. Bonus number 1. 1/3 plus 6 over 5. No calculators on bonus problems. Express as an improper fraction or a proper fraction, whichever is necessary. No mixed numbers. Here is the solution to the bonus. The common denominator between the two will be 15, and here is why. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 5, 10, 15. 15 is the least common multiple between 3 and 5. It's the one that shows up first that they have in common. So we use 15. 3 times 5 is 15, so 1 times 5 is 5. And 5 times 3 is 15. Therefore, 6 times 3 is 18. 5 plus 18 is 23 over 15 for the final answer. Solution for practice 1. The formula is V equals pi r squared h. Plug in what you know, and that will be 3 for the radius and 12 for the height. Simplify the radius squared to 9, and then simplify again. 9 times 12 is 108. Multiply pi by 108 and round to the hundredths place. 339.29 centimeters cubed. Practice number 2. This cylinder has a radius of 6 feet, a height of 20 feet. Find the volume. Round to the hundredths place. Bonus number 3. 7/8 minus 1/4. No calculators on this. The solution on the bonus is this. You must first find a common denominator between 8 and 4. You have 4, 8, 12, 16, and then it's 8, 16, 24, 32. They both have 8 in common, so it should be 8. Multiply 8 by 1 to get 8, so 7 times 1 is 7. 4 times 2 is 8, 1 times 2 is 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. 5 over 8 is the final answer. Solution for practice number 2. The formula for the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. Plug in what you know. The radius is 6, the height is 20. Simplify the radius squared to 36. And simplify 36 times 20 to get 720. Multiply pi times 720 to come up with 2,261.95 feet cubed. In this problem, you have a cylinder where the radius is 6, but you don't know the height. The volume is 400 meters cubed. The 400 came from being given to you in the problem. That's the most frequently asked question. Where did the 400 come from? It's part of the problem. It's given to you. Write out the formula. V equals pi r squared h. And plug in what you know. The volume is 400. equals pi times 6 squared, but we don't know h. In order to solve for h, you must divide 400 by these two items there. 400 divided by pi times 36, that is 6 squared. That will equal h. When you put it into your calculator, you must do it like this. I have the calculator screen turned on, which you can't see on the video, but we're typing it in like that with parentheses. So it's 400 divided by, left-hand parenthesis, pi symbol, times 36, right-hand parenthesis. And you should get an answer of 3.54 meters for the value of h. Notice it is not cubed. It is meters because you're talking about a length of measurement. Length is not cubed. Area is squared, volume is cubed. Practice number 3. The cylinder has a volume of 550 centimeters cubed. You know the radius to be 8 centimeters. We're looking for the height. Bonus number 5. 4/9 minus 1/2. The solution for this, you need a common denominator between the two of them. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18, and then 9, 18. 18 is the lowest number. You have to multiply 9 by 2 to get that, so 4 times 2 is 8. And 2 times 9 is 18, so 1 times 9 is 9. 8 minus 9 is negative 1 over 18. The negative sign goes to the left of the fraction bar. It does not go up here. That is not the final answer. Though I gave you credit for it, from now on into the future, if you have a negative fraction, the negative sign is to the left of the fraction. Here, solution for practice 3. Write out the formula and then plug in what you know. Now to solve for h, you have to divide by what's with it. Before you do that, you can simplify the 8 squared to 64. And then divide 550 by the product of pi times 64. When you do that, you're typing in 550 divided by, left-hand parenthesis, pi symbol times 64, right-hand parenthesis, and come back with 2.74 centimeters for the value of h. For this problem, you know the volume is 900 meters cubed and the height is 16 meters. But in this case, you don't know the radius. Start by writing out the formula and then plugging in everything you know. We don't know the radius, but we do know the height. There is nothing more to simplify here, so you can go straight to division. You want to divide what is next to r squared into the other side. Pi and 16 must go over to the left, and you're dividing it into 900. That leaves you with r squared on the right. So divide 900 by 16 pi. And get an answer of 17.90. That is not your final answer because we're looking for r. Anytime you have a number equal to r squared, you must do one more step. And that step is the following. Find the square root of both sides. The square root of r squared is simply r. And the square root of 17.90, in this case I wrote 17.90, but you need to leave the whole thing in your calculator. I don't have enough room to write it here. I guess I could have if I'd gone to the left, but it should be 17.90 49311. That is something you would leave in your calculator. Leave this in your calculator and then find the square root of all of this. This will give you an answer of 4.23 meters for the final answer. Again, as a review, you're plugging in what you know. You're dividing this side by the pi and the 16, leaving the r squared by itself. 900 divided by 16 pi is 17.904931, and there should be another 1 there. And when you do that, you get your final answer of 4.23, rounded to the hundredths place. Homework for tonight.